Hi guys, I'm back. It's Jamie from Jamie and his Whiskey. Today I'm going to be doing my 7th review. It's of a single malt from the Isle of Arran, and it's called Arran. It's a pretty good one, so yeah, pour yourself a whiskey, sit back and let's get to it. Yeah, so I've been away for a while. I think I haven't done a video for a month or so. I started back at work and things got busy and I just haven't really had the time or found the right time to do a video. I've got a spare hour to kill before I'm going out, so I thought let's review another whiskey for you guys. I'm very excited today because I bought this whiskey amongst a few others actually a couple of weeks ago, and I received it and I tried it and I really enjoy it and it's lovely. So I'm excited to be able to share this experience with you and tell you all about this whiskey. Now, it's a lesser known whiskey. It's from the Isle of Arran, like I said. They changed the packaging relatively recently, for the better, in my opinion, to be honest. It's 10 years old, so it's not a particularly old one, but it's got the things that I like in a whiskey. And a lot of people who drink whiskey or have been drinking whiskey for a while, so they might have moved on from your basic consumer products in the supermarkets, like your regular bog standard bottlings, which are a lot of the time at 40%. They've probably got a fair bit of colour in them and chill filtration. There seems to be like a growing interest nowadays in whiskies that don't fit that mould and go out on their own and try and build a reputation by being for having more integrity in what they do. Basically, this is one of those whiskies, and when you try it and you taste it, you can really tell the difference. So it's 46%. It's natural colour and non-chill filtered. Basically, what they're doing is they're giving you a more raw, intense whiskey that is much more like it's designed to be. It hasn't been fiddled with too much. It hasn't been, the edges haven't been smoothed out to fit into this kind of like consumer narrative where like people only want their whiskey in a certain way, and it's not true. And on the back, there is a nice little map here, and it shows you where the Isle of Arran is. The Isle of Arran is in the southwestern part of the Scottish Isles. It's not that far from Campbelltown, but it would actually classify as an island whiskey. So it's a whiskey that is not Campbelltown, which is a region. It's not Islay. It's not Highland. It's not Lowland. It's not Speyside. It's an island whiskey. And some other whiskies like Jura, Talisker, Scapa, Highland Park, these would all classify as island whiskies. They're nowhere near each other, by the way. They're all scattered around Scotland, north, northwest, south. So this is the bottle. It's, as you can see, I've drunk a little bit of it, and the reason actually kind of why I wanted to review the Arran today is because I received it along with 2 other bottles which I'm going to be reviewing, and this is probably my favourite of the 3 new bottles I've got, and I wanted to get this review done so I didn't have to worry about finishing it before I did the review. So once I've done this review, I can drink this guilt-free, so that's good. Anyway, let's get on and pour a glass. not too much. And before I get to it, it says that this Arran is rich honeyed and malty, soft vanilla and coconut character, citrus fruit freshness, orchard fruits and hazelnuts. Wow, well that's quite a lot to have in a 10-year-old. Let's see if I get any of that. Okay, so this, what you're seeing here, that's a completely natural colour. And look at that lovely, lovely pure golden colour. Completely unmessed with. Lovely, beautiful. Okay. Now this whiskey has such an inviting nose. There is nothing off-putting about it at all. It's absolutely delicious. Yeah, you do. You get a nice honey note. You get some vanilla coming through. You do get that alcoholic. You do get that alcohol in the nose a bit from the 46%. And you get, as you smell it more, you get that maltiness coming through again. That lovely cereal note, which I love in a whiskey. Time for a bit of a taste. Straight away. You can really feel the 46%. It hits your tongue, so you get this slightly tingly mouth-tongue sensation, and you're hit by some nice citrus fruit, some more honey. There's no peat in here. I'm trying to find the nuttiness to it, which I'm struggling a little bit with at the moment. But yeah, maybe it is there a little bit. I'd say this whiskey is mainly honey, some lighter fruits, and malt. There's some vanilla in as well, and the finish goes on quite a long time actually. It's quite a nice finish. I mean, I've only had one sip, but it does stay with you. So this is marketed as a relatively sort of light, pleasant, accessible whiskey, but at 46%, it does still pack a punch. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have one more taste. Right, that's good. Okay, so just going to add a bit more whiskey in here. Okay, guys, so here's my water. I've got my spoon. I've got my whiskey. Now, I'm not going to add too much. I'm talking, so that's like a single, just that amount. That was probably just over half a dozen drops. And then just wait a little bit. When you add the water, you can almost see the whiskey changing sometimes, some of the oils rising to the top. Now for me, the water has brought out a bit more of the vanilla sweetness to it. I'm definitely getting a bit more vanilla, and maybe a little hint of toffee as well. I think it's rounded the nose off a little bit more, and I kind of prefer it with the water a little bit. Don't forget as well, this is 46%, so this will be able to handle a bit of water. I mean, if you want to, you can keep going until you find your perfect sweet spot for the water. I don't like adding too much in general, just a bit, see how you go, and then, you know, if you fancy it, you can add a bit more and see what happens. The water hasn't changed it too much. It's definitely very citrus fruit rich, and the malt really balances it out with everything else. There's also a slight bitterness and spiciness as well. I think the finish has got that nice balance of the bitter and the sweet. So I don't like whiskies which are too one-dimensional, where it's just sweet and that's all you get. This has got a nice bitter-sweet interplay. Again, finish is really long and satisfying. It's a really, really, really interesting and well-balanced dram for a 10-year-old whiskey, and it's definitely one of my favourites so far. I think I will definitely be getting another bottle and coming back to this one again. It's just a really refined, elegant, interesting dram, and I strongly recommend it. I really do. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That was the Arran 10-year-old. Next week, I will be reviewing the Ben Riach 10-year-old. And as I go on, in a few months' time, when the weather starts turning, the nights start drawing in, I'm going to start going back and reviewing some more of my favourite style of Scotch, the old peaty whiskies, and maybe some sherry bombs as well. There's a few on my list, so I can't wait to get my hands on those and review those for you. Yeah, in the meantime, have a really good week, whatever you're doing, and I will be back with any luck. I will be back next week, and I will be reviewing the Ben Riach. In the meantime, guys, if you like this video, please feel free to share it with your friends, and hit the like button, and of course, subscribe. Okay, guys, take care. All the best. Bye-bye.